Why breakups hurt so much, and why some people never get over them. Breakups don't just hurt. They can feel like your entire world is collapsing. Especially when you're young, a breakup doesn't just mean losing a person. It means losing your entire future with them. The imagined life you built together, the plans you made, the dreams you thought were mutual, they all vanish in an instant. And with social media constantly reminding you of their existence, healing isn't just hard, it feels impossible. Every scroll brings another flash of what used to be, and suddenly, you're right back in the pain you thought you'd left behind. Part 1. Why breakups feel like grief. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a breakup and a death. Seriously, to your mind, loss is loss. Research shows that the same brain regions that light up during grief also activate during heartbreak. You're not just sad, you're neurologically mourning. The pain you feel isn't imagined. It's coded into your biology. The brain creates what scientists call a space-time closeness map. That means when you're in love, your brain literally places that person in your internal world as someone who's always close and accessible. They become a permanent fixture in your emotional and spatial awareness. When they leave, your brain doesn't instantly delete that map. It doesn't update overnight. Instead, it keeps expecting them to walk through the door, text you back, like your story. But they don't. And the longer you check their profile, reread old texts, or ask mutual friends about them, the more you reinforce that they're still around. You're training your brain to keep the door open, and your brain delays the healing. The pain lingers, not because you're weak, but because your brain is still holding on to something that no longer exists. Part 2. The gender gap in healing. A recent study found something wild. Women report more intense emotional and physical pain right after a breakup, but they also tend to recover more fully. They process the hurt, face it head-on, and eventually rebuild. Men, on the other hand, they often never fully recover, not just emotionally, but mentally, and even physically. It's not because women are more emotional. It's because they allow themselves to feel the pain. They sit with it. Suppressing your emotions might help you function, but it doesn't help you heal. Numbing the pain might get you through the day, but it traps you in place. And over time, unprocessed heartbreak can harden into bitterness, regret, or a fear of vulnerability. True strength isn't pretending you're fine. It's being honest about when you're not. Part 3. The danger of avoidance. After a breakup, most people go into survival mode. It's instinct. Some dive into work, throwing themselves into productivity to avoid stillness. Others jump into rebound relationships. Not because they've moved on, but because they can't stand to be alone. Some numb out with drinking, distractions, or endless scrolling, trying anything to stay busy enough not to feel. But here's the problem. None of that actually helps your brain rewrite the space-time map. None of that teaches your brain that the person is truly gone. Instead of realizing they're gone, your brain just keeps thinking they're temporarily unavailable. Like they're just on a long trip. You're basically keeping a mental room for someone who's moved out and not coming back. And when that room stays occupied in your mind, there's no space for real healing to begin. No space for peace. No space for someone new. Part 4. Feeling it. Healing. The only way to truly move on is to lean into the pain. Yeah, it sucks. But avoiding it only makes it last longer. Grief is an autonomic state. Your body feels it whether you admit it or not. You can't outthink grief. You can't outwork it. That's why crying into a pillow, journaling your rage, or sitting in silence hurts so bad. It's not weakness. It's biology doing its job. Pain isn't the problem. Avoidance is. And when you let your body process grief, your brain starts to remap reality. It starts to accept the truth. It finally starts to believe they're not here anymore. And that's okay. That truth doesn't erase the love, but it creates space for something new. Peace. Closing message. Here's the truth. You don't need to get over it. You need to go through it. That journey, raw, real, and uncomfortable is the path to freedom. The longer you resist the pain, the longer it stays. But the moment you give yourself permission to feel the sadness, the confusion, the loss, is the moment your healing actually begins. So if you're in it right now, cry. Talk about it. Journal the mess. Feel what you feel, without shame. Because love isn't just about connection. It's also about release. And letting go is one of the most powerful things your mind can learn to do. Not to forget, but to remember without breaking. To move forward without erasing the past. Outro CTA. This is Unwired Mind. We break down the science of emotion, relationships, and healing, so you can understand your own mind. If this hit you hard, you're not alone. Hit like, subscribe, and let's keep unwiring the lies we tell ourselves about love.